Edwards, who reports that Family and Protective Services has been putting their job, which is protecting families, in front of their own lives for the past 2 weeks.
And it is a tribute to all of y'all, first responders who saved the children. We did not lose a child, folks, not a child.
That joyful message by Department of Family Services Commissioner Hank Whitman was exactly what dozens of caseworkers wanted to hear Tuesday morning in Port Neches.
Realizing how important our caseworkers are in an everyday life that we take for granted. Now here's a very tragic situation, and they overcame, and they did a very good job at it.
Employees like Trina Brown, who lives in Port Arthur. She currently has 17 displaced family members of her own living in her house. For the past 2 weeks, she's been keeping up with between 150 and 200 others, making sure they have the essentials they need to keep their families healthy after Harvey.
Now, everybody is fine, thank God. All the children are safe and all the families are back home. And they didn't have a lot of impact, but of course, with a storm of this magnitude, in some way they are impacted.
Not only did she keep up with one family in Lafayette and another in Dallas, she had to guide the ones who needed water, formula, and diapers here at home to pod locations set up throughout the region. But Brown and other CPS agents didn't have to work alone after the storm.
We have created a very strong bond with our law enforcement now that has come in and helped us fill that void and cut the time and distance down to checking on people for their safety. And so that's something that's never been done before.
And on Tuesday, a little bit of relief for the caseworkers who put their lives on the back burner for their jobs. An easy access distribution point set up by the county's elected leaders, law enforcement, and Good Samaritans. A pod to make sure their own loved ones who still need a little relief or help are taken care of.
Social work in a time like this sometimes seems chaotic, but when you love what you're doing, it's easy. It is easy.
In Port Neches, Lance Edwards, 12 News.
28 employees of Family and Protective Services lost their homes, and more than 70 have been displaced, and they're still helping other families. After